Ooh, welcome back everybody. Oh, shut up. We're gonna tackle Freezeezy Peak now. So first and foremost, go straight across and into this igloo. Talk to Wee Bear Bears and get this Mumbo token. Leave out, and you can slide down, but you'll probably jump over a note or two, so you might as well Talon Trot. And there's Daddy right there. Or Boggy. Alright, and we gotta watch out for the stupid snowmen. Jump across. Keep in mind that the water here is freezing and will damage you when you enter it. But you can walk around these snowman legs for notes and Mumbo tokens. And then we want to jump back to where we came from. And as you may have noticed already if you're following along, this area has very low traction. But a pro tip, a little hack to get around it, is using Talon Trot. Will make it so that your traction is exactly as it was on normal ground. So come around here behind these presents and grab this Mumbo token, and then get the one and only ability. With this comes the achievement for mastering all abilities in the game. Right, with that, let's come across here. We want to jump, get these notes, be careful of the snowman throwing snowballs at you, and then high jump to the Jinjo. And now what we want to do is get rid of these snowmen for good. So launch up in the air, and you have to dive bomb the small red X's on their top hats, which is about as easy as it sounds. Meaning not very. But just try to line it up. And launch. And you can often, often miss. It's okay if you miss, just come on back, start it over again. In fact, I'll tell you what, since I landed here, I happen to know that there is a flight pad on top of this chimney. And a Mumbo token. The dive bomb has a surprising amount of range, so keep that in mind. Woohoo! Like here. There should be two more. One's here. And then the last one that I tried to get earlier. So you can line it up right there and launch. So wherever you end up, we're gonna get all of the items underneath the snowmen. So land wherever you are, and the one up here has the extra honeycomb. Don't worry about the notes in the water just yet. But you can Talon Trot over here to grab the notes on top of this house. And on top of this house. You can run over here to get the green presents. we don't want to go that way just yet. Instead, come back down to the snowman legs. And we have to jump over here to get some notes and a Mumbo token. And then try our best to make it to the witch switch. And then lastly, we want to make it to this Mumbo token, where the last snowman was. Head back to the houses, where there's a green Jinjo behind here. And now we're gonna head up the scarf. Let's come up here. We can get these 2 gold feathers if you'd like. Watch out for the giant ice block. And then we can head up this scarf, which alternate between notes and red feathers. Don't miss that note behind the honeycomb tower. Climb all the way around, and then you can wing flap to the top of this broom from here to get the blue Jinjo. Then from the top, so that you get enough distance, we can fly back and come around to the jump pad. Do not get so close that you touch the sled, or you'll have to climb all the way back up. But use the jump pad between the gap in his teeth to jump up here and start slowly walking down the pipe, where we get another Jiggy. Then come back, and now we'll use this jump pad to get the blue presents. You can get those if you want. And then we're gonna fly up all the way to the top of the hat to get the Jiggy that appeared there. To take care of this guy, you can rat-a-tat-tap his first iteration, and then simply roll through the other 2. And then very carefully get these notes. And now, ouch, we're gonna drop back down, drop down this hole, and we're gonna use the flight pad again. This time we're gonna go down a little bit and turn around where we will see the snowman's 3 buttons. The goal is to dive bomb all 3 of them. There they are. So let's go down a little bit. Turn around. And let's dive bomb the first one. And I like to fly in the opposite direction for a little bit and then turn around. And the natural decline of your flight usually lines you right up to the next button. Now, a Jiggy will appear between the snowman legs, but don't go for it just yet. Instead, fly back up to the top of the scarf where that sled was. Now we're gonna ride it down to get another Jiggy. You just have to walk right up to it. And you get a Mumbo token. So we cured Bogey, we found his sled, get the Jiggy, and now we'll come back to get the Jiggy between the snowman. So now, we're gonna head towards the Christmas tree. By going back, turn to the right. Don't worry about the notes back there just yet. Instead, ground pound jumping present. And you have to help the Twinklies get to the Christmas tree. Which should be easy enough. You're not gonna get every single one of them. But just ground pound these dinosaurs whenever they pop up. And you'll end up getting a rhythm going. That'll save a majority of the Twinklies. That should do it. Now we can go get these notes. Again, be aware of the giant ice block back here. Once you get the notes, crouch down and face the on switch and fire some eggs at it. And now you have 60 seconds to get to the flight pad by the presents and fly through the star at the top of the tree. Either 2 or 3 times, I can't remember. I think it's 3. And you can dive bomb through it, but I don't recommend doing so. I recommend taking it easy. You can use the bumpers to do sharp turns, though. Don't forget about that. And yes, it's 3. And now, the plan is to enter the tree. So, anyway you can, land back here, and you can high jump off the edge. Before you climb the tree, though, get the Mumbo token. And then climb on up. Climb all the way to the top. And jump off. And then jump back to the middle, which is easier said than done. And we get the Jiggy. And then we're gonna work our way down. Make sure you go around to this first level for the notes. And then ground level for the red presents. And now we can leave. Now we're gonna head back and return the presents to the polar bears, which are directly to the right as you're leaving the tree. Take the first ramp up. Walk towards each of the kids to deliver the presents, and with the third one done, we get a Jiggy. And now we head to Mumbo's hut. You're gonna take some damage on the way there. But we can climb in. And we want to jump up to the rafters before activating the spell, because there are notes and a yellow Jinjo. Now we can activate to turn into a lovely walrus. Now we can walk in water. So we want to go and get those notes that were by the snowman over here around the houses. And then we want to come back and go up the ramp on the other side of the ramp that led to the kids. Before getting close to Boggy, make sure you get these notes. And then race with Boggy. Make sure you hold forward. And this is another frustrating Jiggy. There's going to be 2 races with Boggy, and both of them are equally frustrating. Because he is programmed to stay very close. So the better you do, the better he does. But if you do too poorly, then the race will end prematurely. So what you almost want to do is not worry about anything until near the end. And then you want to scream in front of him so that his AI does not have the opportunity to react. Like right about here, if he passes you, it's fine. And then you kind of want to pass him right about here. Grab the Jiggy, grab the extra life back here if you so choose. There's some gold feathers and red feathers. But now we come back, grab these notes. Talk to the big walrus. Get that Jiggy and go in his cave. Oop. When you come in, you're going to want to go down here and into this water to make it into this tunnel. Which leads to the second extra honeycomb. Exit the Walrus Cave, and we're gonna head back to Mumbo and transform back into Banjo. On our way there, though, make sure you jump down here to grab this Mumbo token. So transform back into Banjo, which you can do the same way that you transformed into the walrus in the first place. Just stand on the pad and hit X. And now we can use these galoshes to get back safely. Gotta be quick though. Come around to the left because we're gonna go back to Boggy up there. Hit A to start race number 2, and the minute it starts, you're going to want to get into a Talon Trot, because that lessens the animation of picking up the speed shoes. If you run into the speed shoes while you're still walking on Banjo, there's a long animation of you getting into the shoes, and that animation alone can put you far behind. So I like to get into a Talon Trot and then hit the shoes. But just like with the Walrus, the better you do, the better Boggy does. So that was actually kind of good because the strategy, the farther he gets ahead, the slower he goes. So you kind of want to bait him into passing you, like right about here. And then you can get ahead of them just in time. So with that second Jiggy, we want to go back to the Walrus Cave as a bear. Now that we're a bear, we can high jump up to get the orange Jiggy, Jinjo, which leads to the 10th Jiggy. You can get the gold feathers if you want. Don't worry about the giant ice key back there. And that's everything for Freezeezy Peak that we're interested in. So we can leave out of here. And continue on our merry way. So now that we're back here, we're gonna climb up this wall, which starts with a high jump up here, and then jump pad straight forward to get a Mumbo token real quick. Then come back down. And we're gonna hit this switch and immediately jump into the speed shoes. We have to be very quick here. And you're gonna want to run through the tunnel and approach the flight pad and mash the A button as you approach. You really want to mash that A button as soon as you fall into the hole. And then we need to fly through this hole. Make sure to stay up top though, because if you hit the floor, you'll stop flying. But as you can see, you can mush into the ceiling all you want. Careful of the snowman. You can kill him if you want, but he doesn't give you anything. Our main goal is to fly up here to get the Jiggy. Jump on down. And now we're gonna head into Gobi's Valley. Complete it for real this time. Remember that you can get there safely with these galoshes. And we will tackle Gobi's Valley next time. Until then, stay safe.